All right. Welcome. Welcome to the webinar. We are going live in just a minute. I just wanted to welcome you. Take your time and get settled in. All right. Welcome to your webinar. I'm glad that you made it. My name is Asara, and today's webinar is on how to take your divine purpose to the next level. So many of us obviously have this innate knowing, this innate feeling that you have this divine purpose. There's a reason for you to be here. And some of you might even know already what that divine purpose is, but they perhaps don't know what to do next. Where is this going with you? Where will your divine purpose lead you? What can you do next? And how can you be more connected with your higher self, with your team of light? And so for this purpose here, today, we are having this webinar here. It is so important to really focus on this right now as this new year begins, and so that you can create 2017 as a powerful year for you to really step into your light, into your divine purpose, and to truly make a difference in the world, which brings so much joy when you can really tap into your true purpose in life. It will make you get up in the morning and you can't wait to start your day. You can't wait to meet the amazing people that you will be interacting with. And you can also look forward to this wonderful connection that you will have with your higher self and with all the wonderful beings of light that are here to assist you truly. So without further ado, I would like to begin by sharing my screen now with you. I have a little presentation prepared for you. So to have a lot of clarity in this webinar and that you get the most out of it, really. And if you know me already, I always want to make sure to provide you a lot of content and a lot of value for these things. And so I'm here to offer you some ideas, some inspiration, and most of all, really to support you on your wonderful path. The world needs you with your wonderful, unique gifts and abilities. And so I'm very excited to start you off. Now, also, if you know me already, if you have watched any of my webinars or workshops, I always like to begin our get-together by creating sacred space. And so for that, I invite you now to just take a deep breath and perhaps put your hand on your heart center. And we now invite, with all our heart, with all our love, the presence of beloved Archangel Michael, all the angels and archangels, beloved Adama of Telos, and all our Telosian families and friends, beloved Saint Germain, and all the Ascended Masters, all our galactic families and friends of the light, the animal kingdom, the elementals, the plant kingdom, and the crystal kingdom, and all those who walk with us and watch over us. And may this webinar here today be of the highest light, the highest joy, the highest inspiration, the highest wisdom, and the highest good of all that is. So be it. All right. So I'm using a new platform here today. And so I just want to make sure that everybody can hear me okay. And for that purpose right now, if you're watching this on YouTube, I invite you to look on your right where it says live chat. And below that, you can see actually where you can enter a comment. And I just want to make sure that everybody is able to hear and see me. And so please go ahead and just perhaps introduce yourselves real quick with perhaps your first name and where you are joining us from. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for confirming that you can hear me. I hope also you can see everything all right. So go ahead and just say perhaps your first name and where you are joining us from, maybe the city or the country where you're joining us from. Because as always, it is so wonderful to have people joining us from all over the world, which is really great. So we have Lisa from Toronto, Canada. Welcome, Lisa. We have Ricardo from Brazil. We have Ronald from Melbourne, Australia. Perfect vision and audio. Thank you. I'm so glad this is all working properly. All right. Let's see who else we have. We have Maya from Alberta, Canada. So wonderful to have you here. This is great. I want to welcome you all. We have Doug from Mount Shasta, California. We have Brenda from Miami, Florida. We have Mary from Seattle, Washington. Lillian from Quebec, Canada. And who else do we have here? Let's see. Then we have Allison from Tampa, Florida as well. Go ahead and just really introduce yourself here. We have Isabella from Coleraine, Massachusetts. I'm getting goosebumps just feeling your loving energies that are coming in here right now. So I'm really excited that this is all working here wonderfully. All right. This is great. Okay. So I hope you're really enjoying this. And so I will begin with the actual webinar where you will be able to learn how to take your divine purpose to the next level. All right. So just give me one moment here. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, so our webinar here today, let's see if you can see what I see here. All right, here we go. Perfect. All right, so how to take your divine purpose to the next level with a powerful team of light for support. So obviously we are really not alone here in this world. We are actually surrounded by a powerful support team of light from all realms of light. And so when you begin to really work with your team of light for your divine purpose, you will have much more clarity about your divine purpose, what it is actually that you are meant to do here in the world. What does it look like and who you would be working with, for example. You will also be able to receive guidance for your next steps. So once you have really identified and you have more clarity about your divine purpose, it is really wonderful to know also what to do next, because we do need to take action at times. And so for that, you have wonderful divine guidance available that is here for you. And once you step even more purposefully and more powerfully into your purpose, it is really also important to have balance in all areas of your life. This is so important. You want to make sure that your health is working properly, that you have loving relationships in your life, that your abundance is taken care of, and that you have this spiritual connection, and that you are just fully equipped in all areas of life, because once you fully step into your purpose, you need to make sure that nothing gets lopsided in your life. You want to make sure that everything is in balance, because that makes you a really strong, purpose-driven person where you can truly make a difference in the world. And so you do have this divine support available for you. That is so important so that you can have actually a greater impact in the world. So before we get started, I just wanted to share a little bit about my background so that you can get to know me a little bit more and really know why it is that I'm here also to help you. And what is my reason for being so passionate about helping you on your path, really. So when I was growing up, I was born into a very spiritual family in Germany, in Europe. And my parents were very spiritual, very psychic. My oldest sister is an energy healer. My oldest brother is an animal communicator. My aunt is a tarot card reader. And so growing up, really, it was quite an experience growing up in this wonderful spiritual family. And when it was about time to choose my profession, when I became a teenager, of course, naturally, my path was to become a banker. That's true. That is correct. I had to rebel against my spiritual family, which is so normal for teenagers. And so I went directly the opposite, and I went and became a banker. Later on, when I was 25, I came here to the United States, to Florida to be precise, and I took it even further. I became a real estate investor, and I built a multi-million-dollar real estate investment firm with my back then husband. And we were very successful. It was thriving. It was the beginning of 2000, and it was just great. Business was going great. I was really far removed from anything spiritual because I just really wanted to explore the opposite of what I knew and what I grew up with in my family. And at some point, though, however, I began to experience very strange things in my house. Because my grandfather, who had passed on the day I was born, was sent to me from the spirit world to give me a message. And because I was so unspiritual in that time, he really needed to get my attention somehow. And he kind of began to sort of haunt me in my house at night when I went to sleep. So I would just feel a presence in the room, or I would just feel a ruffling on my bed sheets, and it was just really weird, and I couldn't sleep. So what I did was I went to a psychic medium in Florida where I lived, and the psychic medium told me very kindly, she said, well, yeah, that sounds quite like somebody's trying to get your attention, but unfortunately, I'm not allowed to actually help you directly with that because I keep getting the message that you're able to see who's visiting you and you are able to receive that message that you need to receive. So still being very not spiritual or unspiritual, I just handed her a bigger bundle of money and I said, well, can I just pay you some more so that you can make it go away? I just want to sleep. I just want to, sleep at night, and I want to be able to be very productive in my not spiritual business in real estate. And so she said, yeah, unfortunately, I can't do that. I really am strongly guided to tell you that you are able to see and perceive this being that wants to talk with you. So I left her office. I said, wow, this woman, she just doesn't want to help me. And of course, the disturbances at night, they kept going on. And so I got really fed up, and I went to this woman and said, okay, what do I have to do so this goes away? And so this woman facilitated an energy field so that I could meet with my grandfather. And my grandfather told me, well, first of all, I'm your grandfather. Hello. And I have to tell you that whatever it is that you're doing, it's nice, but you are not meant to do this kind of work as a real estate investor. This is not your true purpose in life. And I said, oh, really? Okay, so we don't even know each other, and we just meet, and you're telling me that whatever it is I'm doing is wrong? And he said, yeah, it is kind of, it's not necessarily wrong, but it's not really what you came here to do in this lifetime. And he also told me that actually the marriage I had would not last. And I said, well, this is just great, really. We're having here this family reunion, and all you have for me are bad news. And he said, it's not necessarily bad. It's just your path is changing. I said, well, thank you very much for your message, but I'm just going to go back to my work now. Okay. Thank you very much. Stubborn as I was. And so I went ahead and I continued to do my work. That was not my purpose. And then this happened. In 2008, our global financial crisis took place. And so my stubbornness had led me to finally surrender, because there was just no other way for me except for looking at what I was doing wrong. And what I was doing wrong was not listening to my guidance. And I had lost everything. I lost everything, millions of dollars. And you guessed it, my marriage, of course, also did not last. And so I finally gave up. I surrendered. I thought I can hack it on my own. I thought I know it all better. And I did not. And so I began to really surrender. And I went back to that wonderful lady, that psychic medium who does all kinds of spiritual work, all wonderful spiritual work with integrity, with a lot of light and high vibrations. And she mentored me for 2 years, every day. And I was meditating every day for hours and was doing all the necessary work to reawaken my gifts and abilities that I had pushed down for so long. And she really showed me how to work with integrity, how to truly empower others, and how to uplift others and clients, and just really become a force for good, and to really follow my own purpose, and to really follow my path. And so I began to work with the angels, and truly that was my specialty. I was working with all the different angels: Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Uriel, and all kinds of other angels. And I was known as the Angel Lady, actually. And I was then working at a metaphysical center with other wonderful practitioners, and we each had our specialty, and I was known as the Angel Lady. And it was wonderful and joyful. And then at some point, though, I visited a wonderful spiritual group in Miami, and they had a channeler there who was doing a channeling of a galactic group consciousness. And that was sweet. For me personally, I was kind of skeptical at first, because it was very unknown for me what that even means, because I knew only the movies that so many of us really. I had my programming going on with all things galactic, and I only knew it from the films, and I thought it was a little nuts, okay, to be honest with you. And so nevertheless, I was meeting at this wonderful group in Miami, and after that channeling of this galactic group, it sounded really nice and sweet. I talked to this lady, and I said, do you think I have a galactic connection? I don't know. Sometimes I hear these really strange noises, and I have a feeling the energies around me are not what I know as angels or ascended masters and so forth. And she said, well, I wouldn't know really if you do, but out of Las Vegas, who works with the galactic team, and she will be able to tell you right away if you have a galactic connection or not. And so I thought, I don't know, I'm skeptical already. And this lady is out of Las Vegas, and it just sounded a little weird. And I thought, oh, well, never mind. But I took the telephone number of her anyway. And so I waited again stubbornly. I can be quite stubborn at times, which helps me sometimes to pursue my goals, but sometimes it also doesn't help if you are not on the right track. But either way, I waited a few more weeks. Again, I felt these different presences that were not angels, not ascended masters, and they started to really also get my attention. And I thought, you know what? Let me just call this lady out anything galactic. So I called her, And she said, well, I'm in between sessions right now, but can you just give me your address, your home address where you are right now? And I'll be able to help you. I said, why do you need my address? I don't even know you. You're out of Las Vegas. You want my physical address? Why? I was so skeptical. And she said, well, I'm going to send over my Galactic team and they will take a look at you. And if it's nothing, there's no point of making even an appointment with you. And so I said, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So I gave her my address and she said, could you please not move from this address for the next 30 minutes so that they can come over? And I'm like, okay, well, I have nothing better to do. I might as well just stay there for 30 minutes and watch what happens. And so I had at the time 2 dogs in the house. And so I thought to myself, well, maybe it's similar to angel interactions. And I know how that goes. So I just relax and just maybe I'm going to lay on my bed and just be in a really relaxed, perceptive mode. And maybe they will show up like angels or ascended masters to me. And let's see what happens. And so after a few minutes, the dogs in my house, they started to bark very loud and their tails were wagging and as if they were greeting somebody. And I looked outside to make sure there's no mailman or anybody else walking by the house that would cause them to go nuts. Really, they were barking off the hook. And I thought, that is strange. And so I went back and just lay down to make sure I'm really relaxed. And all of a sudden, there were 4 galactic beings in my room. And they were tall and white. And of course, they appeared in a way that resonated with me. And so in my case, they were tall and white. And they did have the big eyes. And I thought, interesting. The energies in the room were very loving and very caring and felt good. And I already knew by then how to identify different energies. And it felt very high vibrational, very loving. And so I was really curious what's going to happen next. And so one of these galactic beings went around the bed and just looked down at me and looked into my eyes with these big eyes. And it felt like it was scanning my eyes. And at the same time, my heart center got really warm and it felt so loving. And so I just, I couldn't move also. I was trying to move my arms or my legs just to try it. And I couldn't move. Apparently, I needed to hold really still for that scan. And so after a few moments, the scan was finished. And before I knew it, these 4 wonderful beings, they left. They left my room and they were gone. And so I called this lady back in Las Vegas and I said, hello, is this the lady for the galactic beings? And she said, yes, I know. They told me already. Indeed, you actually do have very strong galactic connections to several different galactic civilizations of light. And so it's now up to you what you want to do with that. And so from that moment on, we began to work together for 6 months on a very regular basis. And so my galactic team, so to speak, that was then assigned to me at that time, and to prepare me. So I got many different energetic preparations and upgrades and activations also to help me with my channeling of the angels, of the ascended masters, and but also with my channeling of the galactic beings of light as well. And at that point, a little bit later, I moved to Mount Shasta, where I had the pleasure of seeing my first real UFO. And I want to call them IFOs because they are identified by me now or by my team. And so when I was in Mount Shasta, really shortly after, a few weeks after I arrived there, I saw my first spacecraft. And this craft really hovered above me at night. That was one evening that I was outside unloading my car when this craft that you see here, it looked similar to it. It hovered right above me. And for a moment, I did not even think it was real. It was so close and I didn't know what to do. I stared at it like a hypnotized bunny almost. And after a few moments, it just flew away into the mountain, into Mount Shasta, the sacred mountain. And I thought for a moment, you know what? I think maybe I was hallucinating. Maybe I need to get more sleep, and maybe I dreamt this. That can't be real. I don't know. That was just so tangible. But the next morning, a friend of mine who also lives in Mount Shasta called me and said, Asara, did you see the UFO that was above your house? And then it flew right into the mountain. And that is when I realized that this was actually real. This actually really happened. And so as I was beginning to really learn how to interact with these wonderful spacecrafts, and especially whoever was operating these spacecrafts, which turned out to be different civilizations. Some are coming from Telos, actually, which is also some sort of a galactic civilization that is comprised of many different galactic civilizations, but they happen to reside underneath Mount Shasta, and they originate from the civilization of Lemuria. So they have their own silver fleet. So they come out of the mountain and they also go in the mountain. And then there's also a Pleiadian headquarters in the mountain, where from the Pleiades spacecrafts come in and out, and sometimes also from Sirius or the Arcturians. So there are different galactic civilizations of light that are really going in and out here, that are visiting. And I really learned to have a really close relationship with these galactic civilizations, and to facilitate also galactic contact events where we invite them in. And I have now facilitated over 100 sightings with different groups of people, where we can tangibly interact with our galactic families and friends. At some point during these interactions, really, and in my collaboration with these galactic civilizations of light, one day I was taken on board of a craft in my light body. So just as a little side note, whenever you have experiences in your light body, they are as real as your physical experiences. So whenever you meditate and you experience something in your meditations, that is as real as your physical experiences here in the third dimension or fourth dimension. So this one day I was taken on board of this craft, and they flew with me a little bit away from the Earth into space, and they allowed me to look at planet Earth. And they shared with me that they wanted to show me the trajectory that planet Earth is currently on. And I must say, it looked very disturbing to me where planet Earth is heading. And when they showed it to me, I was certain this must have been a few hundred years into the future. And they said, no, this is imminent. This is happening very, very soon, in the next decades or even years, depending on how much more we as humans mess up in the way we interact with this planet, in how we treat this planet. How do we treat others, and how do we treat the animals? How do we treat our resources? And I was shocked. I didn't know it is that bad already, because we don't really see that every day. We still breathe air, we still eat, we still drive our cars, we still have all the luxuries of life, but time is kind of running out. But then they showed me also a different trajectory. And as I looked at the Earth, that looked very similar to this image, I saw all these different points of light on the planet that were shining, beacons of light. And I asked the galactic team, I said, what are these different dots of light? And they told me, these are all light workers. These are all people, humans who are awakening to their divine purpose, who are truly following their true path, their divine path, and they are increasing the light on the planet. And that allows them to truly become a force for good and to change the trajectory of planet Earth. Everybody in a different way. Every one of these light workers is fulfilling their purpose in a different way and contributes to the change on our planet, to turn this ship around, really, that we call planet Earth. It is so important. And so it is it is truly touching in that moment for me to see how many light workers are already here. And the Galactic team said the more we allow for all the angels, for the Ascended Masters, for the galactic civilizations of light who are here to help us, the more we work with our team of light, the easier it will be to truly make a difference in the way we will live for a long time to come. So, in a way, we all can become this bridge between all these beings of light who are here, who know about the planet, and who are concerned about humanity, as we are all related to them, and we all have aspects within them. We are all one, and so we all begin to become a bridge. And so for that purpose, I really realized that the more of us are working together with our teams of light, the easier our life will become, first of all, but also the bigger impact we can make really on this earth. It is time, really. And this year, 2017, is really the year of collaborating with each other, collaborating with our teams of light, and to really make a difference. Make a difference in our own lives and in the lives of others. So in really working with, for example, the galactic teams of light, in my case, for example, I really created this really strong bond with the Pleiadian, Syrian, Arcturian Council of Light, but also with the angels, with the Ascended Masters, and of course with Tellus. So together with these wonderful realms of light, you too can actually create this team of light and assemble your team of light and to work together with them. So the question is now, how do you connect with your team of light to receive support and assistance with clarity, really, so that you know what are your next steps now and how to create more joy in your life? Because you see, fulfilling your purpose, it has to be joyful. It has to be fun, which is really how awakened souls, awakened humans, and ascending humans are experiencing life. So it absolutely has to be joyful. It has to be fun. And also, abundance is important to create in your life so that you can help more people or that you can make a bigger difference in the world. So abundance is really important to acknowledge on your path when you step up your divine purpose, really, so that you can make a bigger difference in the world and have a greater impact. So this is really something to contemplate. And we're here in this webinar here to really go step by step what it really takes to assemble and to connect with your team of light. So this is the most important foundation that you can create for your divine purpose, to step up even further in your divine purpose so that you can truly connect and know exactly what to do next. And I actually am here, of course, to support you on this journey here today, and also whenever you do have a question about it. There's, of course, more to it, but for this webinar's purpose, and as we have limited time available here today, I wanted to focus on really assembling and connecting with your team of light, just the way Karen did it, as she shared with me that since working with Asara, my confidence to step out into the world with my work has increased tremendously. And also I finally have a stronger connection with my team of light for very specific guidance. So she's an energy healer from Sacramento who really was able to make a difference in her work, in her contribution to all of this. So let's dive into it as I continue to teach you here on how to go about it. So obviously, you want to raise your vibration. So that's step one. And many of you know this already. Raising your vibration is the very first step and the most important step, really, as you go throughout your life, as you are working with your team of light, as you're stepping into your purpose, as you are really making a difference in the world. Your interactions with everybody will change. It will all improve as your vibrations are higher. You will attract actually also people into your life who are of a higher vibration as well and who are able to collaborate with you on a higher level. So raising your vibration is really, really important. And for that, actually, I have a little gift for you here today. And that is called the Daily Activation of Light. And it is an audio meditation that you can listen to every morning. And so as you are here right now on YouTube, on your right, I'm going to share a link with you that you can download this Daily Activation of Light. So if you just give me one moment, I want to make this link available to you right now. And just a moment here. I'm going to make this link available to you. Please excuse that little delay here. I had to improvise with this platform, but I want to make sure that you are getting everything that you need. So, all right, so just a moment here. I'm going to put this link on your right-hand side where it says live chat. Okay. Copy. And if you are watching this replay later, I will also put that link then in below this video. So, patient download. Okay, so I'm going to put this link right in here. And you can just, perfect. So you can download this so later you can listen to it. It is a very short meditation, just 7.5 minutes in the morning. If you can spare 7.5 minutes in the morning, you can set your vibrational tone for your day. And every day you do it, your vibrations, your vibrational frequencies go up more and more. So that is my gift to you here today, because I know it is so important to really raise your vibrational frequencies. So this is your meditation download. So this is step one. Raise your vibrational frequencies. And so again, just to summarize here, these steps will help you now to assemble or to connect with your team of light. It can be combined with angels, ascended masters, maybe even some elementals, the civilization of Tellers, galactic civilizations of light, really anyone that you resonate with and that you really connect with on a deeper level, that you would love to work together with and that you would love to collaborate with. There are also perhaps some animal spirit guides, or some crystal consciousness. Or I really wanted to keep this very open for you because everybody is different and everybody has a different support system, really. So the next step in connecting with your team of light is to have a positive intent. So this might be something that you think, oh yeah, I have a positive intent, but it is really good that when you go about connecting with your team of light, to be just really clear in that moment, what is your intent, and that you are here to be of service and that you want to be of higher service and that you are looking forward to connect with all these wonderful beings of light. And when you are connecting with the love that is within your heart, then you attract and invite wonderful, loving beings of light who are here to assist you. Step number 3 is to be open to all kinds of communications. So some of you, I'm doing this now for over a decade, and I have to say that so many of you say, I only hear them, but I don't see them. Or many of you say, I see them, but I can't hear them. Or some of you say, I have a feeling or knowing, but I don't see them or hear them. Please understand that you have your individual way of connecting with your team of light. And all different ways of communication are valid. So when you have that feeling, or even some people have a sensation, a physical sensation in their auric field, or they just sense a presence in a room, that is valid. That is communication. So acknowledging your communications is a really important step in establishing a pathway to truly perceive your team of light much more clearer every time. And so once you acknowledge your own unique communication pathway, once you really acknowledge that and really value it, then you are actually able to add all the other ways of communicating with your team of light. Let's say once you have your auditory perception all acknowledged and honed in, then you are ready to add your clairvoyance and in seeing and perceiving them really in your energy field. Or you will be able to add more feeling, more knowing to it. So that is really important. I really wanted to share this with you because don't discount anything that you receive in any way. They are all valid. There is no one communication way better than the other. And then the 4th step is once you have established and really can connect with their presence of all the angels, ascended masters, galactic beings, and Telosians around you, once they're all here, the next step is really important. Ask questions. Ask questions, because that will then begin your collaboration. There are so many that come to me and said, so once they're here, I just don't know what to do, and they leave, and then they just go away. And so I really want to encourage you to begin to ask them questions. So, for example, when an angel is in your presence and you just don't know quite what kind of angel that is, you can ask, who are you? And maybe this angel might then tell you their name and what they are, why they are here with you, and why they would love to collaborate with you, or why they are in your team of light. And so you begin a communication, a back and forth communication. That is so important. So you can perhaps even write down questions before you begin your interactions with your team of light. As a matter of fact, I want to invite you right now to write down a question that you might have for your team of light. Just take a pen and paper and just write it down. Or if you don't have a pen and paper, take out your smartphone and type down your question that you have. Or maybe you just remember your question that you have, because I have a little offering here for you. I would like to offer you a team of light meditation where you can begin your first interactions with your team of light, or maybe you're already familiar with your team of light, and you can just then take this deeper. All right, so if you all have your question ready, that you have, and just really make sure that your questions are really coming from the heart, are uplifting and positive, and really tune into the love of your heart first. And so now I will begin to offer you this little meditation so that you can get to meet your team of light or take your connection with your team of light even further. And so for that, I invite you now to relax and to perhaps close your eyes, or some of you want to keep the eyes open. Everybody's different. All right, now breathe deeply, relaxing. Breathe deeply, relaxing. Imagine in the center of your heart the golden warm light pulsating. Imagine for this golden warm light to expand into your body, filling your entire body with this golden warm light. Imagine for this golden warm light to expand into your aura. Imagine for this golden warm light to fill the entire room that you're in. And imagine in front of you a beautiful vehicle of light. And this vehicle of light can have any shape or form or any color that you would like to have. It could be a Merkaba, it could be just a sphere, it could be a pyramid, it could look like a light ship, like a UFO if you like a spaceship. Anything that would be joyful to create right now. And so as you enter this light ship now, you will be moving through the dimensions all the way up to the 12th dimension to really raise your vibrational frequencies to the highest possible level. So as you really have a good feel for your vehicle of light, you're sitting there very comfortably and you can feel the energies already in this vehicle of light being all fresh and clear. Your vehicle of light now will lift up higher and higher through the roof of your home or wherever you are right now. And you lift up higher through the 4th dimension into the 5th dimension. And just feel the 5th dimensional frequencies. Feel the love in the atmosphere increasing. And now we're moving up higher to the 6th dimension and higher into the 7th dimension. And your body begins to become brighter and brighter, and you feel lighter and lighter, and perhaps a little joyful, more joyful, a little bit giggly. And so you move up higher into the 8th dimension, the 9th dimension, higher and higher. You become brighter and brighter and lighter and lighter. And now you move through the 10th dimension, the 11th, and finally the 12th dimension. You're all one with all beings of light. You are a being of light. And you can feel your heart space just opening. And you can feel the love in the air, and the oneness and lightness and joyfulness. So right now, your energy field has become 12-dimensional frequency. And so as you are this 12-dimensional frequency of light, you have become it. And so as you now imagine your room around you, you can now make your request to meet or to connect with your, and for it to appear in your energy field by saying, I am ready. I am ready. And imagine, feel, see, hear, perceive, sense all the angels, archangels, ascended masters, human families and friends, galactic beings of light, animal spirit guides, elementals, crystal beings, plant beings, all those of you who are here to assist you and support you right now, to make their presence known in your energy field. And breathe, and breathe, and just feel. Just feel. Maybe you feel a tingling in your auric field. You can even invite them to make their presence known even more tangibly by perhaps touching the back of your hand or touching your forehead. Maybe you feel a little tingling there. And as you do, you can also now ask your question and breathe. And as you ask your question, the answer can come in many ways. Maybe an image, maybe a little video clip. Maybe you hear the answer, or maybe you just know it all of a sudden. Deep knowing. Maybe it was something that you knew already and you just needed confirmation. They're also joyous right now to be with you and to interact with you and to support you and assist you. Just breathe, keep breathing, and just feel. All right. So for now, it is time to return back into this now moment. And to bring your awareness back into this now moment. Open your eyes. Move your fingers, wiggle your toes. All right. So perhaps you could share perhaps some of your experiences very briefly in the chat window, in the live chat. So perhaps you want to just type in any experiences or sensations or impressions that you had, anything that you perceived or felt. Any sensations that you might have had. Or how you enjoyed this meditation. So sometimes there's a little delay in the chat, so this might take a moment here. And also if that was a useful tool for you to strengthen your connection to your team of light. As there is so much support available for you. So, Mark shares with us, it seemed like a lot of diversified beings up there, but no feeling of connection. So, Mark, I want to encourage you to continue with this meditation. So, this webinar obviously is recorded. And so, as you are doing more and more of this meditation, you will be able to actually connect more with them, because you already had a sense that there were a lot of diversified beings up there. So that is a really good step that we want to acknowledge here, okay? Another person shares here, thank you, Asara. I could feel the presence and love of my team, tears of joy. I got the impression that I'm here to be a messenger of divine love and joy. Oh, congratulations. I'm so happy that you had this experience. Another comment is Lisa says, very nice meditation. I became warm and started to sweat. Yeah, that happens. That happens, that you get really warm. When I'm channeling these wonderful beings, I get really warm too. So that is just a little sign that they are really there, that they were really present here. All right. So as you are on your journey with this, and as you are really embarking on this powerful, powerful year, where it is so important now to have really more clarity about your next steps, who to collaborate with, what to do next, what is your divine purpose really. I have a very special gift for you, really, to help you to take your divine purpose to the next level. Okay, so I'm just going to... I have cleared my schedule for the next 3 weeks, and I am offering you a one-on-one session with me a free one-on-one session where you will be able to have much more clarity about your divine purpose, and also to know a little bit more clearly what are your next steps. Or maybe you want to connect more with your team of light and you have a little obstacle there that I can help you over with. So in this particular sessions, I was strongly guided to do this particular offering for you, and I don't question these things anymore. I just said, yes, all right, I'm going to clear my schedule, and I want to really help you directly in a one-on-one session with me, and we will have these sessions via Skype. So it will be almost like you are meeting with me in person, and I would be more than honored to assist you in any which way I can to really take your divine purpose to the next level. So the next step is to basically schedule yourself for this free session with me where I'm here alongside with my team of light, okay, to help you really to have more clarity, to help you with any next steps that are really the best thing for you to do, and just to have more clarity and to know where to take it next and how to create a abundant, joyful, purpose-driven, divinely guided life, and where you can make a true difference in the world to become this beacon of light. And so I am going to add here a very unique link for you in your chat window. And if you just allow me one moment. I'm going to put this link here, and then all you can do is to just click on the link and you select your time zone, and then you have your pick of what time works best for you, and then we will together meet via Skype, and where you can get started to take your divine purpose to the next level, and where I will be here and will be able to do anything I can to really assist you with guidance or with inspiration, with clarity, or with confirming what you know. Because sometimes you might have a sense of what it is that you're meant to do, but you are just not sure if you are really receiving this properly. And so I have been doing this for over a decade, and I have helped really hundreds of people to take their divine purpose to the next level. May it be if you are an energy healer, if you are a channeler, if you are a therapist, if you're a teacher, if you are in any other capacity, if you are really caring about the environment, if you are in some sort of capacity to just make the world a better place in some way. There is no limit to what you really can do. And I'm here with my galactic team, with my angels, with my ascended masters, with the families in Tellus, and with some animal guides as well, to assist you and to also help you perhaps connect with your team of light on a much more tangible level, on a more clearer level. And I would be honored to just walk with you on your path, just for a little moment, to just help you to find more clarity in what to do next and how to create this new life for yourself. So let's turn your divine purpose into a reality so that it is not just a dream in your mind, but that it truly becomes reality, that this becomes your new life. 2017 is the year to truly step into your divine purpose. All the support you need is here. Everything is here available to you. And I am just thrilled for you and excited for you that you are open to really live your life to the fullest and to be connected. And there is no greater joy. I can tell you out of experience, and you might know it too, how it feels when you have your higher self, your team of light, just flowing through you into your reality, creating abundance, joy, purpose, clarity, and really making a difference in the lives of others on even if it is just in your family, even if it is just for one person. If you are helping just one person, you have changed that person's world. Or maybe you have changed an animal's or a pet's world just by tapping into your divine purpose. So this is my gift to you. This is what my team told me to offer you. And I'm so looking forward to meet with you in person via Skype and to really discover with you together what is your divine purpose, what are your next steps. And I see you all on the other side of your schedule. So just make sure to click on that link to schedule your one-on-one session, and that I'm here and can assist you on your path. Until next time, I want to send you all so much love. I know you're here for a reason, and the world needs you and your unique gifts and abilities. Sending much love from Sacred Mount Shasta and from my team of light. Until we speak again, namaste.